must be some kind of a dumbass.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is a strange case of Sean coming at you with a fantasy booking video where we discuss the possible main event or main events of WrestleMania 40 this year. Now, I believe most fans assumed that it was going to be Cody versus Roman for Cody to finish his story at WrestleMania and finally claiming the WWE Championship for himself. But as seen this past week on Raw, we have a new challenger approaching, and that challenger is The Rock. Now, this throws a possible kink in the plans that we, as wrestling fans, had laid out to what we were going to see. But I do believe WWE has a plan in store for how this story is going to unfold. But naturally, as wrestling fans, we want to know the story here and now. We want to know how it ends. Wrestling fans can be impatient sometimes. So with that said, we're going to talk about some possible scenarios WWE could be visiting for this main event picture featuring The Rock, Roman Reigns, and the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Now, these are just theories. These are not definitively going to happen, but I imagine one of them or some sort of variation of them will occur. Now, is it also possible that The Rock just planted this seed for a future match against Roman Reigns for later down the road? Yes, it's very possible. But with it being close to WrestleMania time and The Rock versus Roman Reigns being such a high-profile match, it makes you wonder if we are going to get that at WrestleMania 40, and I believe that's where some fans are concerned about because they don't want to see Cody Rhodes get slighted. But then there's the question about who said Cody Rhodes' story has to end at WrestleMania. It could just be that he ends the story by winning the championship. So keep those things in mind as we talk about the possible scenarios for what's going to happen. Option 1. Cody gets slighted. Now, as awesome as The Rock vs. Roman could be, there are fans out there that think that should Cody and his popularity get slighted or sacrificed for this match when he is probably the hottest babyface in the company since the days of John Cena. You could argue he's just as popular, if not more popular, than Seth Rollins, CM Punk, whomever. And to think about where they started last year's Mania, Cody getting slighted from finishing the story, and now he's about to get slighted by another person, this could be bad for Cody Rhodes' momentum. This doesn't mean he can't finish the story, but it's very possible that Cody loses the Royal Rumble, and then we don't know where Cody's going to go from there, and then somehow Rock vs. Roman gets set up for Mania, and then from there I would only see Cody Rhodes fighting maybe Solo Sikoa. And I mean, after Solo cost him the match at Mania 39, that match may be a little delayed from that. So, but this is a very real possibility and something that fans should possibly keep in mind, that it could very well happen to Cody. It's very cool we'll get Roman vs. Rock, but hopefully if WWE goes down this route, they tell in a way that Cody's momentum does not get slighted somehow, some way. Maybe another dream match for him or some sort of other high-profile match for Cody Rhodes if they're not going to pull the trigger on him winning the championship and ending Roman's historic reign. It's very possible that they push us out till SummerSlam and Cody finishes the story there, but I've also heard that Roman is not re-signing, or he's done with WWE, or he's going to be doing sporadic appearances. I'm not sure what exactly the truth is. So that is also a possibility of not happening. So that's just one option. Option 2, triple threat. Now this is the least likely of the scenarios to happen. I was thinking about this because I saw that there was a trend at WrestleMania 20 and WrestleMania 30 that they had triple threat matches in their main events, and it's very possible WWE wants to continue that pattern, maybe. But I also believe that for the culmination of this Roman Reigns / Cody Rhodes story, that The Rock doesn't need a part in it. I think The Rock calling out Roman Reigns, not really a call out, more so just hinting that he wanted to be the head of the table, and Cody Rhodes' feud with Roman are two separate entities, and thus I think should have two separate endings. But it's quite possible, with how popular Cody is, and with The Rock making his comeback, that they do go the triple threat route. Option 3, absentee Rock. Now, when The Rock returned on Raw with the promo and the attack on Jinder Mahal, this is what I originally had thought of was going to happen, pertaining to Rock's plan at WrestleMania. I think it's possible that there is no plan at all with The Rock besides him just planting this seed. I think it's quite possible that WWE was around, The Rock was around, Triple H, Nick Khan, whoever's in charge of that, we were able to talk with Rock and able to get him to do a little promo and plant the seed for a match later down the road. The Rock said something about wanting to make a special storyline and special feud with Roman, and I don't know if they're going to do that in the next 3.5 months it is until Mania. So I could totally see The Rock not appearing on Raw or any other pay-per-view again whatsoever. I could see Cody winning the Elimination Chamber or winning some sort of number one contendership match to go against Roman at WrestleMania, because I do believe CM Punk is winning the Rumble and fighting Rollins at Mania. I think that's everyone's idea pretty much. Now back to The Rock, Roman, and Cody. I could see WrestleMania main eventing night 2 with Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. This would be the moment that I believe we should have got at last year's WrestleMania, but I understand why WWE continued Reigns' reign longer. Now, Cody Rhodes should finish the story at WrestleMania. He should win the championship, have that amazing moment to end WrestleMania, make most fans go home happy. Then we would have the night after Raw. I could then see Roman being in the main event segment of Raw, saying he wants to fight Cody Rhodes right now for the championship back. And then instead of Cody Rhodes coming out, The Rock comes out. And then The Rock challenges Roman to a match at WrestleMania 41. I can totally see this happening because the Roman versus Rock should be at WrestleMania. And I do believe that they could prepare for a year's time of match, have promo battles, whether via satellite or in the ring at certain times. They could have tune-up matches in the meantime, but we have a whole year build up to this epic match. That's what I was thinking to happen at first, but I don't see them just bringing back Rock for one small promo, one small planting of a seed. There could be more to this. Option 4, Rock at Elimination Chamber. I do believe the events that happen at the Elimination Chamber are key to where this storyline is going. Now, on SmackDown, a fatal 4-way match was made between Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, LA Knight, and AJ Styles for the championship. I really believe this is just a holdover pay-per-view. There are fans that believe that Roman is going to lose at Royal Rumble to Randy Orton, and it's very possible Randy Orton can fight Cody at Mania. While intriguing, I don't see them ending Roman's title reign at Royal Rumble. But I think the key is not the Royal Rumble. I think the key is Elimination Chamber. Now, for these to happen, it would have to be that The Rock is planning to wrestle at Elimination Chamber. The Rock is very popular over in Australia, and a lot of fans want to see him appear at the show. So what will The Rock come back and have a match for? It would have to be Roman Reigns. So I could see them doing Rock versus Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber. There's going to be 70,000 plus fans there, and it could have a Mania-like hype level pay-per-view, match feel, whatever you want to call it, between the two there. Sort of similar to how Backlash was last year. We could have that same aura, that same feeling, and it would be quite awesome. And then, of course, Roman would win, and then you could still have Cody finish the story at WrestleMania against Roman Reigns. That, to me, is also a very likely possibility. We just lose out on The Rock versus Roman Reigns being at WrestleMania, which I do believe would make sense to happen at WWE's biggest show of the year. But if WWE can get behind pushing and marketing and hyping Elimination Chamber, especially if they have Rock on board, they could reach the same sort of hype that it would be at WrestleMania. Now, there's also another part to this with the Rock Elimination Chamber that gets me thinking that we actually see him in 2 matches.
You must be some kind of a dumbass.
And the other part to this is that The Rock wrestles at both Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania. Now, assuming that Roman Reigns fights The Rock at Elimination Chamber, it's very possible Roman would win with the help of Solo and Jimmy. Now, this could lead into a tag team match at WrestleMania where The Rock actually teams up with Jey Uso to take on Solo and Jimmy in a tag team match at Mania. This could also lead into the WrestleMania 41 rematch between Rock and Roman. This would also allow Cody Rhodes to win the championship against Roman at Mania and lead to the crumbling of the bloodline, which I think would be the most intriguing and the most awesome to see. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment telling me what you think. And also don't forget to stay awesome.